Today we will start the electric field intensity due to a continuous distribution of charge. In this topic, we will study the electric field due to a linear charge distribution, surface charge distribution and volume charge distribution. You have already done the formula of force due to the linear charge distribution in the previous chapter. You know what is force? That is Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught lambda dl upon r square into r unit vector. Now how can we find out the electric field? Electric field is equals to force per unit charge F upon Q naught. Now put the value of F from this equation, so you get the electric field due to a linear charge distribution. Now the formula of electric field is find out in the similar manner, only the difference is the linear charge distribution lambda dl is replaced by sigma ds in surface charge distribution, and it is replaced by rho dV by volume charge distribution. It is very easy article, do it. Now the next topic is electric field intensity due to the uniformly charged ring or a circular loop. We have to find out the electric field intensity at any point due to this circular ring. So how can we find out the electric field due to the circular ring? First of all, consider a uniformly charged ring of radius A. Let lambda be the linear charge density. You have to take the P point. P is a point where you want to find the electric field. Okay. Now the value of dq at point P is lambda into dl. What is lambda? We have already discussed. Lambda is a linear charge density. And what is the value of now dq? Lambda dl, because here the charges continuously distribute along the circumference of the ring. Now first of all we find out the small electric field due to this small element dl. Then after that, for finding the total electric field, we integrate this electric field and find out the total value. So the small electric field due to this element dl is given as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq upon r square. And the value of dq we have already discussed, that is lambda into dl. Now find out the value of r square from the triangle AOP. In this triangle AOP, you have done in the lower classes here. The hypotenuse square is equals to height square plus base square. Put the value of r square in this equation. You have the formula of electric field 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught lambda dl upon x square plus a square. Now see the diagram carefully. The electric field due to dl component is directed outward, which is represented by dE. Now let this dE make an angle theta with the vertical direction, and we have done in +1 class. Now if any vector quantity making an angle with the axis, then we can resolve it into the two components. It has two components, dE cos theta and dE sin theta. dE sin theta is perpendicular to the axis and dE cos theta is along the axis that passes through the center. Now here the one step which is missing, that is, now consider the same size of element in opposite to the dl, that is dl dash. Now the electric field due to this dl dash is in the direction of this represents dE. Again it make an angle theta with the vertical direction. Resolve this component into two, resolve this electric field into two components. One is dE cos theta, another is dE sin theta. Now you can see from this diagram the dE sin theta for the two components acting in the opposite direction, so it is cancelled out. So the net electric field is only due to the dE cos theta. If you consider number of elements on this circular ring, the total electric field is due to only dE cos theta. So total electric field is equals to dE cos theta. Now put the value of dE here. You have 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught lambda dl upon x square plus a square into cos theta. From this triangle AOP, find the value of cos theta, that is x upon r. You have already find the value of r, that is x square plus a square under the root, that is 1 by 2. Then putting the value, you got the formula of electric field lambda x upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square plus a square raised to power 3 by 2. Now here, when you find E, you have the value of dE, that is a small electric field. For E, you have to integrate whole equation. Now here, all the terms are constant and you integrate only dl. dl is a length. So what is its integration? That is the total circumference of this ring, that is equals to 2 pi a, where a is the radius of the ring. By putting the value 2 pi a here, lambda into 2 pi a becomes the total charge, that is q. So you have the formula of electric field is equals to qx upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square plus a square raised to power 3 by 2. Here two special cases are there. First is if the x is very greater than a. Now what is x? X is the your observation distance where you want to find out the electric field due to this small element. Now if x is very greater than a, you can neglect a from the equation. By neglecting a from this equation, you got this formula. And second case is if the P lies at the center of the ring, your observation point is lies on the center, then x is 0, then electric field is also equals to 0. When you put the value of x here is equals to 0, then E becomes 0. It means the electric field intensity at the center of the charge ring is 0. Third case is the maximum electric field intensity. There is no need to do this derivation. You only learn that the maximum electric field intensity is when x is equals to plus minus a upon under root 2, means its values lies from minus a by under root 2 to plus a by under root 2. Okay, finish these two articles, then we will do next further articles. Thank you.